Very good afternoon, everyone. We have been seeing a lot of fantastic data collation and interpretations over the last few hours. But what I want to showcase today is the core of the theme of today's event, which is converging climate change and health together. So we are one of the pioneers in building integrated waste management solutions, Blue Planet, and what I want to showcase here is Dr. Dhawan was saying in the morning. I think it is very tough to understand, but eventually what is happening is the health issues and environment are slowly converging together, as we have seen in the recent past during COVID and all. So what we want to build here is an ecosystem for an integrated waste management solution with from the point of collection to landfill mining, fresh waste solutions, and also through the program that we are partnered with the drive for the CRD collective responsibility drive out there. So just to give you a little bit sense about the sector, we'll maybe play a small video in terms of summarizing the kind of impact we are able to create both in for our environment and in our societies at large, which will give you a sense the magnitude and of the problem and the impact that we are able to create out here. Can you play the video, please? So India generates 160 million tons of waste a year. So and this number is in the next 20 years is about to go 2x with all the middle income group expanding and the urban population increasing. I think we see a huge challenge in our lifetime coming looking in front of us. But the challenge is not only generation. The challenge is 50% of that waste still goes to landfill or is unaccounted for. Right, so just imagine, 80 million tons of waste continues to grow and is still getting dumped in landfill, which is generating methane, which is 21 times more harmful than carbon dioxide, which all of us are aware of. But this is exponentially more damaging both for the environment and for our societies at large. A little bit about our journey at Blue Planet, right? So, we are a Singapore-based company. We, over the last 5 years, we have processed more than 11 million tons of waste. We are one of the pioneers in Singapore. We collect, transport, process more than 1/3 of Singapore's waste. And over the last 5 years, we have avoided more than 5 to 6 million tons of CO2 emissions going into the environment, which is really phenomenal. But we are still scratching the surface out here. The reason I say that is, if you refer to the previous slide, we are not even, we are a rounding off error in terms of the magnitude of the problem what we have. So we need a collective effort with the partnership from all stakeholders, be it policymakers, concessionaires like us, governments, bureaucrats, and consumers like you and me. I think that is a very unique aspect, and that's where the Drive Foundation Collective Responsibility Drive, where we reach out to our youths of future generations. I think that is where we need to complete the loop, where our aspiration should be zero to landfill. As much as we can reuse, recycle the waste that we generate, and also reduce the waste that we generate, I think that is something which is where we can make an impact for longer durations here. I want to showcase a couple of projects that we have done so far. To begin with, we are the largest landfill mining company in India and one of the pioneers in Asia as we speak. So I'll just want to showcase a couple of projects where we have demonstrated some phenomenal impact in terms of either the livelihood of people, the quality of life, what people are living, and also about marine diversity, right, in terms of giving quality life to people and to the animal diversity out there. So this project is one of the India's largest landfill mining project, which is almost 95% complete, where we processed more than 1.6 cubic meters, 1.6 million cubic meters of waste, which was lying, if you look at the second picture here, is used to be a marshland or a bird sanctuary in Chennai. So now is where we are aspiring to bring it back to the same old bird sanctuary and marshland, where we are planning a eco park where we have cleared more than 100 plus acres of land as a small portion, and we still have a long way to go, which will become a reality very, very soon. The next one. This is in the heart, not too far away from here in Noida, in Noida sector 54, where if you look at the top picture, there used to be a forest land, and in the middle of the forest land is where we had a landfill site, which out of sight, out of mind. So this is something which we converted into, we cleared the whole landfill, and this is how it looks today, where thousands of people enjoy and we impact positively the quality of life of inhabitants who are nearby. Not only the environment in terms of the pollution and the whole negative aspect of a landfill, but we are able to positively impact lives of people on a daily basis. This is a very life. I'll seriously request people to go and visit this site and imagine if the transformation from a landfill to a wet park out there. This is again one of the projects that we did in Vijayawada. Okay, if you look at the top right hand side, that used to be one of the below poverty line housing community, where we had proposed more than 800 plus residents, families being we were trying to rehabilitate, but they never got occupied. But once we cleared the whole landfill, it is back in action, and we were able to make positive impact into lives of thousands of people out there. Next one, please. This is one of the most profound impact. So if you look at, this is on the banks of river Kaveri in the southern part of India, and that used to be a landfill site where every monsoon season half of the landfill site used to come inside the river water, and this river is the main drinking source for at least 500,000 people, 5 lakh people living in the neighborhood. And the E. coli level in that river used to be 2,000 times more than WHO recommended standards. So that is the kind of impact we are able to create. And if you look at the second picture, the landfill has all disappeared, and where we have been able to make a positive impact. Coming to our case study, where we have been partnering with Drive very closely in terms of our vision of zero to landfill, right? So I think we have been able to make a dent as far as the legacy landfill is concerned. We are aspiring towards processing 90% of the waste that we collect. And only 10%, which is inert, goes to scientific landfills. We don't only stop there. We want to ensure that we reach out to our future generations, youths of our future, kids between 4th, 5th grade up to 12th grade, college, first year, second year students, where we want to teach them about sustainability, about climate change, about their behavioral change, source segregation, sustainable living out there. And this is something where we have been able to make a program called Blue Nudge, which is a small nudge for kids, where we go and provide them about online, offline trainings to kids. and we are able to give them a mechanism. So most of these kids are very excited. They want to contribute, they want to participate, but they don't know how. So this is where the how part is the problem that we are able to solve here. So we teach them about source segregation. They go back to their homes, to their neighborhoods, to their RWAs, and bring plastic back into their schools, and which we as Blue Planet go and collect and upcycle those materials into benches, chairs, dustbins, and so on and so forth, and donate it back to government schools which can't afford them. So this is about a true circular economy solution in itself, but also helps us to create a meaningful environment for our future generations to make an impact for their decades of life out there. We have seen some phenomenal impact. We have already reached more than 4 million families as a part of this outreach program. We have already collected more than 150,000 kgs of waste out there, and 1 million plus youths have already been outreached as a part of this program. And we aspire to reach at least 10 million kids over the next 4 to 5 years to make sure that we are able to make a tangible impact out there. And the reason why this is very crucial part of our ecosystem is this is where the impact can be phenomenal, not only for our near term, but for decades to come in future. Right, and these are the people will be the change makers for us, right? So there is only so much governments can do, there is only so much policy intervention can guide us, and there is only so much resources as far as funding and financial capital can be made available to us. But unless and until we change ourselves, our mindset, in terms of consumer behavior, in terms of making sure that we are able to engage ourselves as citizens of the country in terms of source segregation, in terms of getting out of that mindset that this waste is a municipality problem. Right, so out of sight, out of mind will not be the right solution for us. We need to engage with our solution providers in whatever capacity we can, and we need to accept the model of polluters to pay. Right, so we always try to look for solutions that, okay, we will replicate Western mindset in terms of everything is really neat and clean and stuff. So we can't only just lift and shift the methodology, but we need to ensure that we are able to adapt and adopt the mindset as well in terms of being more vigilant, being more engaged, and ask the right questions. Right, and these are the young generation which will force us to stay engaged, ask the right questions to their family members, to their neighborhoods, to their societies, and also to make sure that we are able to, if waste pickers are not coming to pick up the waste on a regular basis, ask that question, why are you not coming to pick it up? I mean, if I'm paying 100 rupees every month or 150 rupees, I have full right to make sure that we are able to complete the loop out there. So that was the crux of the story, but the bottom line is, moving forward, I think we need to work very closely with partnership with Drive, with partnership with REC, who has been a strong funding. Unfortunately, Sanjay sir couldn't join today, but we are happy and looking for more collaborative approach in terms of making an impact and making sure that we are able to deliver continuous impact to our societies here. Thank you.